Hello, Haven and Tyler. Here's your sewer scope from today's inspection. This is me in the basement, us in the basement, just kind of giving you a little orientation. There is the clean out floor drain or floor clean outs. We're in cast iron to start. It's very typical in our neck of the woods. We'll make a quick transition, also typical. Once we get on the other side of the foundation wall, in our area, we definitely switch over to other materials. For you guys, we're switching over to a gasketed, fortified concrete pipe, right? So the connections have a gasket on it. The concrete is fortified, fibers added into it, just to give it a little bit of strength and backbone. It's good. Not used much anymore. They've switched over to more plastic options, but it's fine, and you'll tend not to get any root growth in there because the seal between the joints with the different sections of pipe is good enough that it's going to keep any roots from growing in there. Not holding any water, not a lot of buildup in this section, no damage, no defects that I can see. The connections all look good. It's common to see that black ring around. We'll stick with this until about 62 feet. Maybe a little bit more buildup in here, but nothing too alarming or to be concerned about. Here is our transition to clay. You can see little fringes around the connection point, right? So those are roots. A little bit of junk laying around there. More roots here. Not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but definitely some buildup and not something that you want to keep for very long or allow to continue to grow. The unknown quantity at this point is, when was the last time the pipe was cleaned, right? How long did it take for the roots to grow this much? You know, is it a year or is it 10 years, 20 years? We don't know. Ultimately, because of the blockage that we talked about up ahead, you want to, beyond cleaning it right now in the moment, you want to come back in a reasonable amount of time and then reevaluate the pipe. Look at it again, and 2 years from now, 3 years from now, maybe not 3 years, but 2 years from now, you want to see how much growth you've got. This is where we stop. I can't get past that mass at the bottom of the pipe. If it was up top, if it was up high, I could just kind of slide underneath it and it wouldn't be an issue. So at roughly 95 feet, knowing the proximity of the house to the streets, you're relatively close to the city connection. It could be another 5 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, something like that, but you're relatively close. So read the written report. The recommendation is going to be pretty straightforward and simple. Threefold. 1, clean the pipe now. 2, reevaluate it so you can see the entire length of pipe, make sure that there's not any damage, everything's flowing freely. And then 3, revisit the pipe in a reasonable amount of time just to kind of map out how quickly the roots propagate back into the pipe. I've paused right now because one of my plays here is to try to turn on some water and see if I can't kind of float over the top of the obstruction. That's not going to work. I'll try a few times. I can't push past it. It's matted and intertwined enough where it's too solid for me to push my camera through there. I don't like to use my camera head as a battering ram, and I don't like to force the camera head through. Replacing a cable on a camera is a really pricey endeavor. it could be $8 to $10 a foot to replace a cable, and this camera's got 175 feet of cable. So I generally don't want to do that whenever possible. I will keep the camera rolling as I pull back. Please read through the written reports, and don't hesitate to reach out to me with questions. Recommendations on cleaning services also. Happy to give you my thought. There's a really good company very close to where the house is that does really good work as well. But and that's in that packet of information that I gave you earlier today as well. So don't hesitate to reach out. Always happy to be a resource.